Now to a tragic update on a deadly collision in 2nd Ward. It's a story we've been covering since yesterday. Harris County Precinct 6 Deputy Constable Rigo Vivar, now suspected of being responsible for that crash, has been terminated. Here's ABC 13's Shannon Ryan.
Tom, well, news of Vivar's firing comes as the Houston Police Department reveals their own preliminary investigative findings. Those findings, they say, show that he had been driving the wrong way down Canal Street when he hit and killed a 28-year-old. The man's family telling us he lived just a block from the crash site. Calling in the deadly one-way crash, Houston police now believe he caused.
I got injuries myself, minor injuries, bleeding from the face, hand, I'm not sure what else.
Precinct 6 Deputy Constable Rigo Vivar heard here on radio after Houston police say he had been driving his personal car the wrong way down Canal Street Saturday afternoon, slamming into another vehicle, killing the driver.
They said the woman's unresponsive.
Family members, sickened with grief, have identified him as 28-year-old Ricardo Resendez, telling us he lived just a few hundred feet away, that his own neighbors, like Antonio Briones, ran to help.
I pulled off the windshield, and me and another gentleman pulled off the window, the driver's side window, to try and see and check his vitals a little bit.
But first responders tell us Resendez was killed instantly.
He wasn't responsive at any point.
Precinct 6 Internal Affairs confirming that Vivar, shown here in a ride-along video, posted to Harris County Precinct 6 Constable Sylvia Trevino's social media,
let's see what the day holds for us today.
Had been on his way to work at the time of the crash.
Just ensure we get there safely.
By Sunday afternoon, this video had been scrubbed from Facebook and Instagram.
So thank you for riding along with me with Deputy Vivar.
With Precinct 6 Public Affairs telling ABC 13 Vivar had been terminated. And at this time, no charges have been filed. The Houston Police Department tells us their investigation is ongoing. In the 2nd Ward, Shannon Ryan, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
That was 8 months ago. We got an update from about a month ago.
Well, it took more than a year for an arrest in that case, and another family knows the frustrating wait for answers in a case involving law enforcement. 6 months ago, Ricky Resendez Jr. was hit and killed just a block from his home in the East End by a Harris County Precinct 6 deputy constable. That deputy has since been fired, and we're told officials are looking at criminally negligent homicide or manslaughter charges. But so far, nothing's been filed, no arrests have been made, and no information released on the investigation. ABC 13's Shannon Ryan spoke with a family that doesn't understand why basic information is being kept from them.
We've been following this case since day one, pushing for answers for the Resendez family, but time and time again, walls that shouldn't exist have been put up. Just as day breaks on Houston's East End, the light pushes through the clouds. It's something the family of Ricky Resendez Jr. tells us they've been searching for.
I would say it feels like your world fell apart and you keep trying to look for the light to let you know that it's gonna get better, but you can't find it. That's what it feels like every day.
Damn, fam. I want to laugh in unbelief, chuckle in unbelief. I want to tell y'all that I finally decided, you know, what it is, why people park next to you and stand so close to you when there are a million reasons why they shouldn't, and a million available options that they could choose other than that. I want to remind y'all that no matter how many times I watch these videos and think the thoughts that I think while I'm watching them, I'm always going to forget something while I'm recording the audio and my take on them. I damn near want to cry. Rest in peace to Ricardo, man. 28 years old. I don't recall him saying anything about him being a father or husband, but definitely was a human being. The constable released a statement talking about how grievous she is, how remorseful she is, how her heart and thoughts and prayers go out to this family. etc., etc. That was 8 months ago when this happened. 8 months later, her and her gangbanging partners are hiding information about this alleged investigation from this family, from the community, from Americans. And this coward still hasn't been arrested. It occurred to me watching this video, why was he driving the wrong way down the street? Very moot question, very, very rhetorical question there. You know, trailhead cops just sitting in parking lots. They're not doing anything. Why are you messing with them? They're at the library talking. They're probably on break. I'm riding. They got the Formula One races down here. I'm riding yesterday, so cops are everywhere, you know, patrolling the street, controlling traffic and, you know, population, city cops, the state cops from every city around here come to this one area to help. And while I was traveling through, what I noticed was the state cops on the bicycles, they're literally just, they act like they're Formula One because they're going up and down the road in traffic with their emergency lights on, making people get out of the way. And sometimes not even making people get out of the way. They're doing what you see bikes do. Even civilian bikers do this sometimes. They just cut through the traffic. Now, civilian bikers aren't supposed to do this. It's very dangerous, but of course, the law enforcement officers aren't supposed to do this. I don't know if I released a video or even I'm going to release the video where I tell you guys I was traveling on 95 maybe 2 days ago, and a guy, traffic was so backed up and crazy, a guy got out of the road, went on the shoulder lane to pass the car that was in front of them because the car in front of them was just driving slow and holding up traffic. And he didn't know that a state patrol cop, I'm going to get back to them bike cops because I'm going to tell you why I'm mentioning all of this. A state patrol car was right behind him. So when he did it, the state patrol car did the very same thing he did. He jumped onto the shoulder, no emergency lights on whatsoever, then got back in the road behind the guy, then turned on his emergency lights and pulled him over. And I was just wondering, how in the hell do you pull him over for doing the very same thing that you did? Now, if you gave this guy a citation or you berated him or whatever, chided him, whatever, did you do the same thing to your damn self? And these bike cops, I watch them, bro. Like, I wish... I ain't getting into that, but they're literally just going back and forth through traffic for no reason with their emergency lights on, abusing the authority that we pay them to have. Why am I saying all of this related to this story? That's why this motherfucker was driving the wrong way in traffic. They are enabled to feel like they can do what the fuck they want to do because they take jobs that we pay them to do. And those jobs, they also take an oath to have them, are supposed to be to protect and serve the American public. But here we have another dead American because these cowards abuse that authority and use it to think they can do what the fuck they want to do. So I want to make a point here, maybe a self-serving point. If you ever watch my live videos and you ever watch me police, and it seems like I'm making a big deal out of nothing and they're not doing anything, so why am I bothering them? It's because these menial seeds, these small seeds that I police them about, grow into the larger fruit that turns into situations like this. They don't get checked when they are supposed to get checked. There are boundaries when you take that oath. You are supposed to reside and operate and work within those damn boundaries. They never do on the smallest issues, and the next thing you know, they're driving the wrong way down the street, killing a man. The coward called back to the base, back to the home office, talking about he got a paper cut. The neighbors had to come and try to rescue this man that he had just murdered. The coward, the hero, the celebrated neighborhood civic gatekeeper was lying and whining about his paper cuts, while the civilian heroes had to come and try to save this already dead man's life. Listen, fam, the things that I be wanting to say in this video that do not line up with my faith, that do not line up with the YouTube community guidelines, I think most of you can read between the lines. I often say the American government, because people get so, I don't want to sound insulting, but I think it's a small-minded perspective. We just think it's these cops. No, bro. If your kids are bad as hell, that they're spoiled as hell, the generation of youth that we look at right now, there's so many high-minded and arrogant, self-serving adults look at and say, well, look at them, how bad they are. When we were young, no, motherfucker, when we were young, we were becoming the idiots that would raise this generation of youth that we look down upon. They didn't come into this world being all of the disparaging things that we call them. They were born into the bullshit that we created. There's a line of accountability. There are seeds of accountability to be had. And motherfuckers always want to duck that, whether it be the cops or whether it be us in our personal lives. I don't really live like that. You hear me say often in my videos, I call out bullshit where I see it, and I think we all should. That doesn't make me better than anybody else, but in some senses, it makes me more honest. That's what these Johnnies do. He murdered a man, family. We don't have to say we could tell that story in reverse where this guy was driving the wrong way and he killed his cop. We know where his ass would be immediately. Paper cuts and all. Yet 8 months later, not the Johnny who did the system that enables him and supports his coward ass is still hiding information about their alleged investigation into this matter that they're considering criminal charges on. From the family, from Texans, and from the American public. I don't know if that was his sister. She said, this is what it feels like every day. When it's them, it's motorcades and public sympathy and the community lost. When it's us, they release statements. This coward-ass constable didn't even have enough compassion to go see the family herself. She released, as a matter of fact, it didn't even say she released, her office released pretty much an AI statement. So again, I'm not your favorite auditor. I don't have their takes and their perspectives. I'm Trailhand Bill. And I think it's okay to fight back. I think it's okay to defend yourself. I think it's okay to respond to the war that your very own government has consistently still declares on you and your people. Ain't no way in hell in 2025 I should be making a video about a dead man murdered by a cop traveling the wrong way down the street who's free and on the streets to enjoy not only his liberty but the benefits of it, his loved ones. I think he's lucky to be alive, because I could see retribution being wanted and sought from this Ricardo's loved ones. The video is probably too long already. I'm Trailhand Bill. It's a beautiful, but right now very sad Saturday for me, 12/29. It's crazy.
We've been following this case since day one, pushing for answers for the Resendez family, but time and time again, walls that shouldn't exist have been put up. Just as day breaks on Houston's East End, the light pushes through the clouds. It's something the family of Ricky Resendez Jr. tells us they've been searching for.
I would say it feels like your world fell apart and you keep trying to look for the light to let you know that it's gonna get better, but you can't find it. That's what it feels like every day. When I wake up, when I go to bed, when I take care of Bambino.
Bambino still waits at the door for Brenda's brother.
I don't think I would want anyone else to experience this.
That's a very compassionate vantage point, young lady. Great way to end the video, too. Much better than what I want to say. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.